As I mentioned, One Ford is about growing profitably together. And I'm privileged to have with me here today 3 members of our extended supplier family who are playing an important role on the Ford Explorer story and as well playing an important role relative to Ford Motor Company in general. And they're examples of the economic development that takes place as a result of the manufacturing base that exists here within the U.S. that the auto industry is driving. First, I'd like to introduce Andra Rush, who's the president of Dakota Integrated Systems. Dakota makes bumpers, covers, and headliners for the new Explorer. And Dakota is adding 74 jobs in Illinois and Michigan to do Explorer work. Vinnie Johnson, president of Piston Automotive. Piston makes a variety of engine parts for the 2011 Explorer, from wiring components to engine cooling kits. And Piston has added 18 jobs and an extra shift at its manufacturing locations outside of Detroit for the Explorer. And Beta Belzonius. Beta is the vice president of Johnson Controls and president of JCI's Automotive Experience Unit. And JCI is one of our largest global suppliers on the Explorer. They provide several parts from armrest, door trim panels, and instrument gauges. And JCI has added 50 people in their plant in Holland to support the anticipated Explorer demand. Now, these are just 3 examples of the 100 suppliers across 23 states that are gearing up to produce the new Explorer. In fact, our key suppliers in Michigan, Indiana, and Illinois alone are adding more than 600 jobs to produce the 2011 Explorer. That's why we're so proud of the new Explorer. Not only is it reinventing the SUV segment and raising customer expectations in terms of fuel economy, safety, technology, and capability, and quality, it's playing an important part in the economic recovery of the United States. Thank you very much.
I'm going to go ahead and see if anyone raises their hand.
Yep. No, we're not offering volume projections at this point. Ultimately, the customers will determine the demand, and we'll size that demand to respond to that. But we're not offering projections at this point. But you're right, it was peaked around over 400,000. And there's 6 million that were sold, and those 6 million customers now have a reason to come back and take a look, including you.
We do run a standard bill of process, but no, we're not fully metric at this time, no. But a standard bill of process and standard fasteners and an approved fastener list is something we've have implemented for a couple of years now.
Yeah, we were one of the first ones to endorse, the texting ban, and with Sync and with My Ford Touch, we have set up our cockpit so that the driver can handle all of the commands in the vehicle by voice, so that we got hands on the wheel, eyes on the road. And we believe that we are helping to move the way forward to minimize driver distraction in the vehicle with those technologies coming together. So it is absolutely a key issue for us as we look at designing our vehicles. Unfortunately, we can't, other than to tell you that it'll be 30%, the i4 EcoBoost will be 30% more fuel efficient than the outgoing version, and the V6 version, TI VCT, will be 20% more fuel efficient, but we can't give you the exact numbers yet.
We haven't made any kind of official announcement on pricing, but it'll actually be coming in at a price about $1,000 below the existing Explorer, and our pricing went live today on FordVehicles.com, so you could visit, see all the specs, see all the pricing and the configurations.
Okay. No hybrid version is planned. Our view is that the i4 EcoBoost engine will deliver the type of fuel economy that fuel economy conscious buyers are looking for.
Does that come with four-wheel drive?
No, two-wheel front-wheel drive, and the four-wheel drive is reserved for the V6. We don't specifically talk about any specific commonality that the Explorer has with other vehicles, but to your point, it shares some relationship with the D platform. However, that D platform is modified to deliver the SUV performance that the Explorer delivers.
I do have a question, and this is something that, when I see the commercials on it, I'm taken back to when it first came out, and that was the Taurus SHO, which back in the day stood for super high output, and it had a Yamaha V6 engine in it. And now you all are calling it the Taurus Show, and which seems, it's a change that I didn't welcome because it contains less information. And although I guess it's trying to harken back to the vehicle that you once made, and that probably goes back a dozen years or so. Can you comment on that?
In terms of the change in, it means the same thing. Yeah, it's super high output. That doesn't change. It's just that people reference it as show. John, you want to take a shot? I mean, but super high output is what that stands for, to your point.
That's, this is the classic tomato type discussion because it's the same meaning. SHO is super high output, but just like it's been more common in the marketplace now, so some people are saying Taurus Show. Right. But same meaning, and I agree, the purist, like myself, an enthusiast, you're on the money. It is a SHO.
And it's spelled the same.
Yeah, it's yeah, and he happens to be a purist, right? And so it's SHO, not show, but it means the same thing.
I'll bring it back to the Explorer. The pre-production model downstairs, I saw there's an orange power cord coming out of the alternator. Does the alternator disconnect to save fuel economy, I'm guessing?
No, I suspect that was just to give it power while it's sitting downstairs.
I can comment on that.
Yeah.
Look, no, that was for the vehicle, but we do have what we call a battery management system, which, along with variable compressor and battery management, we don't just run the compressors and the alternators full out and take the power as needed. They're now calibrated to operate only when needed. So it's an on-demand battery charging and on-demand cooling. So that contributes to some of the fuel economy improvement.
Okay. Well, on behalf of Ford Motor Company and my colleagues joining me here this afternoon, thank you very much for providing us the opportunity to meet with you today. Have a good rest of your day.